early life and beginnings. Su Maozhen was born on November 15, 1972, in Qingdao, China. Growing up in a city with a rich sporting culture, Su was drawn to football at a young age. Like many young players, he began his football journey in his local community, displaying a natural talent for the game. His skills were quickly noticed by scouts, and he was brought into the Qingdao football system, which was known for producing talented players. As a youth player, Su exhibited remarkable athleticism and a keen understanding of the game. His early years in football were marked by rigorous training, where he learned the fundamentals of the sport, including technical ball control, passing, and positioning. It didn't take long for him to rise through the ranks of the local youth teams, eventually earning a place in the senior team of Qingdao. His talent and hard work soon paid off, setting the stage for a promising professional career in Chinese football. Rise to prominence in Chinese football. Su Maozhen made his professional debut in the Chinese Football League system in the early 1990s. Initially, he played for Qingdao Hanyu, later renamed Qingdao Jianun, which was the top club in his hometown. As a midfielder, Su became known for his versatility on the field, with the ability to control the tempo of a match and break up opposition attacks. His technical ability, passing range, and work ethic made him a key player in his team's midfield. Su's breakthrough came during the 1990s when Chinese football began to attract attention due to the growing popularity of the domestic league and the increasing influx of foreign players. His performances with Qingdao Hanyu caught the eyes of the national team selectors, and he was soon called up to the Chinese national squad. This period in his career marked his rise as one of the leading midfielders in China. Throughout his early years in the league, Su's consistency on the field helped propel Qingdao to respectability in the Chinese football pyramid. His leadership and technical ability earned him accolades, and he became an influential figure at the club. As he developed as a player, Su also began to attract interest from larger clubs, including those based in China's football powerhouses like Beijing and Guangzhou. Career peak, representing China and club success. The peak of Su Maozhen's career came in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when he reached the height of his playing abilities both at the club and international levels. During this period, Su was regularly called up to the Chinese national team, where he earned praise for his role as a midfield orchestrator. His composure under pressure and precise passing ability made him a vital asset for the team. He became a fixture in the Chinese midfield during their campaigns in the Asian Cup and FIFA World Cup qualifiers. On the club side, Su Maozhen continued to shine for Qingdao Jianun. His experience and leadership were crucial to the team's success during this time, and he played a pivotal role in helping the club secure competitive finishes in the Chinese Football League. His excellent passing and vision allowed the team to perform well against top-tier clubs in the league. And his all-around contributions helped the team compete at a high level. In the international arena, Su's appearances for the Chinese national team were equally significant. He earned a reputation for being a reliable and effective midfielder, able to disrupt opposition attacks while contributing to offensive play. His national team career was most prominent during the late 1990s and early 2000s, when China was on the rise in international football. Su was part of the team that reached the final of the 2004 AFC Asian Cup, one of the most significant achievements in Chinese football history. Main achievements, domestic and international glory. Su Maozhen's football career was marked by several notable achievements, both at the domestic and international levels. He played a central role in Qingdao Jianun's performances in the Chinese top flight during the 1990s and 2000s. While the club did not win many major titles during this period, Su's leadership was instrumental in keeping the team competitive. And he established himself as one of the club's most beloved players. His most significant achievement on the international stage came with the Chinese national team, where he was a key player in the team's journey to the final of the 2004 AFC Asian Cup. Although China was defeated in the final by Japan, the tournament was a breakthrough moment for Chinese football, and Su's contribution to the team's success did not go unnoticed. His experience and calm demeanor on the ball were crucial in helping the national team navigate through difficult matches and perform on a high level. Su also enjoyed success in domestic cup competitions, further solidifying his reputation as one of China's finest midfielders during his peak years. His achievements with Qingdao Jian'an and the national team helped to elevate his status as a top-tier footballer in the country. Last years and retirement. As the years passed, Su Maozhen's playing time began to decrease, and his role at both the club and national team levels gradually diminished. By the mid-2000s, Su was no longer a regular starter for the Chinese national team, as younger players began to take over his position in the midfield. His club career also started to wind down as he moved to other Chinese clubs, including stints at Guangzhou Fuli and other lower-tier teams. Despite the decline in his playing career, Su remained a respected figure in Chinese football. His leadership, professionalism, and knowledge of the game made him a valuable presence in the locker room, and he continued to offer guidance to younger players even as he transitioned away from the game. After retiring from professional football, Su Maozhen stayed involved in the sport in various capacities, including coaching roles and football-related media appearances. His retirement marked the end of an era in Chinese football, as he had been one of the country's premier midfielders for over a decade. Legacy and contributions to Chinese football. Su Maozhen's legacy in Chinese football is undeniable. He was one of the country's most consistent and skilled midfielders of his generation. His ability to control matches from the middle of the park, combined with his leadership qualities, made him an integral part of both his club and national team. Su's career is a reflection of the growing professionalism and competitiveness of Chinese football during the 1990s and 2000s, as he helped bridge the gap between the country's domestic football scene and international competitions. As one of the early pioneers of Chinese football on the international stage, Su's contributions to the sport have inspired future generations of players. His performances for both Qingdao Jian'an and the Chinese national team helped to raise the profile of Chinese football at home and abroad. Today, Su is remembered as one of the key figures in the development of Chinese football, both as a player and as a mentor to younger generations of footballers. Conclusion. Su Maozhen's career was a testament to the importance of consistency, leadership, and skill in professional football. His contributions to the Chinese national team and his club, Qingdao Jian'an, were invaluable in the growth of Chinese football during the 1990s and 2000s. While his time at the top was relatively brief compared to some of his contemporaries, Su's legacy endures through his role as a pioneer for Chinese football. His technical ability, composure, and leadership both on and off the pitch ensured that his impact would be felt long after his playing days were over.